Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, we're seeing signs of the US economy losing steam just as the US Fed meets. First up today, the overnight full dairy auction brought slightly lower prices, down nearly 1% overall. This was a smaller decline than the futures market expected. In New Zealand dollar terms, the dip was marginally more, down 1.2%. Also uninspiring were US retail sales in May. It slowed to a 3.3% expansion year on year from a downwardly revised 5% in the prior month. Given that US CPI inflation is being recorded at 2.4%, the volume steam has gone right out of the American retail impulse. It is surprising many analysts. Month on month, retail sales actually fell. Overall, this was the weakest result since November 2024. And US industrial production in May fell too, down 0.2% from the prior month to be 0.6% higher than a year ago. These are real volume numbers and signal what the Beige Book has been suggesting, a factory sector that is losing ground. It is no better in the house building sector. The NAHB Wells Fargo Housing Market Index fell in June to its lowest since December 2022. But these may be just the start. The tough new policies towards immigrants are being felt in ways some foresaw and will have a long-term impact on American demographics. Suddenly, the outflow of people from the US exceeds the inflow. The speed of these changes is quite corrosive. The first time in 50 years they've had to face the fact that the US is no longer a magnet for the aspirational. Across the Pacific, the Bank of Japan held its key interest rate steady following a two-day policy meeting, keeping its rate at 0.5% amid economic uncertainty stemming from the US trade policies. In China, new data forecasts out there from the IEA show that China's oil demand is set to peak in 2027, a trend it calls fundamental transformation in the global energy market. China has accounted for 60% of the growth in global oil demand in the past decade, and slowing demand in the world's second largest economy is set to contribute to a significant surplus in oil by the end of this decade. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now at 4.39%, down 7 basis points from yesterday, but the price of gold will start today at $3,387 an ounce, down $4 from yesterday. However, American oil prices are still in the higher zone, up $2.50 from yesterday. They're just on $74.50 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is now just under $76 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is now just under 60.2 US cents, back down 0.5% from yesterday. Against the Aussie, we're up 20 basis points at 93 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're down 10 basis points at 52.4 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at just on 68.2 and down 20 basis points. You can get more news about the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again tomorrow.